they were letting people into the McDonald Lodge parking lot. We got a spot in the front row. I'm Val, and this is my husband Josh. Along with our 3 cats, Stella, Dylan, and Zoe, we live, work, and travel full-time in our renovated Airstream. Together, we dreamed of a life of our own design, filled with adventure and freedom. So in the summer of 2019, we sold nearly everything we own and hit the road. Life on the road can be hard sometimes, but the opportunities for discovery far outweigh the challenges. Subscribe and join us on this journey as we balance work with play and learn how we can all find a little more adventure in the world around us.
Good morning from Glacier National Park. We got up nice and early this morning. It's about 7 o'clock. Today our first thing is going to be Trail of the Cedars and headed up to Avalanche Lake. So let's go.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light.
Well, we've made it to Avalanche Lake. It is absolutely stunning. It is this crystal clear lake, completely calm. It actually creates a mirror effect from the beautiful mountains that are behind it. If you can probably see over my shoulder, the main beach gets very crowded. It's only about 8:15 and there's already that many people, so just be prepared and get here a little bit early just so that you can enjoy it. We've actually walked along the edge of the lake here, come further down just so we can have a little bit of peace. It's not so crowded, and we can just enjoy this little bit of nature on our own. I would definitely recommend hiking boots if you're coming on this trail. It's pretty wet, pretty muddy, and if you want to walk anywhere along this lake, there's all these little streams running down into the water, so everything is wet and slippery, and you're just simply going to want some waterproof shoes. So we're going to take a little bit of a snack break, and then we're going to hike back down. We're almost done hiking back to the truck. We're going to take a little lunch break. We actually saw a ranger along the walk, so we asked her what would be a recommended second hike for today. A lot of stuff's not open, so she recommended we do the Rocky Mountain hike, I think is what she called it. It's about a 2-mile hike. We're going to go and check that out. I guess it has some really good views at the end. Also, if you're looking for some tips on how to come to national parks and be safe right now, we did 5 tips for enjoying safely. If you're coming, you can head over to our Instagram at Dueling Journeys. There's a link in the description, and go to our highlight section, national parks, and you can watch those 5 tips. And while you're there, don't forget to hit follow. Let's go eat some lunch. So this really interesting thing happened. When we got here today, we had to park in the campground in the spots. And when we got here, this Jeep was here and there was another vehicle parked next to him. And we all talked about it, and we pulled in over here and left enough room for that vehicle, the vehicle that was here, and us to get out. Made a joke that a Prius could fit in this spot, and so we should adjust ourselves so they wouldn't park. And we actually put a picnic table in the way so the 3 of us wouldn't get blocked in. Prius blocked us in. So don't know how we're gonna get out. This should be interesting. They left us that much room to get out. There's also giant boulders behind the truck, so can't really back up. yeah, so let's try to get ourselves out of this spot. So I could like.
You got to get there.
So you think we can work it out?
You might have to get out and then back out and go this way.
On the back of a paper cup.
This has to move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to put the truck up to the wheels over this so I can get straight and get out.
Well, very fortunate for that Prius. I'm a very good driver and got us out of that spot without hitting them. So now we're gonna head over to Mcdonald Lake and check that out. There's the beautiful lodge there. We're gonna see if there's anything cool to do. And then after that, we're gonna head over to that other hike that the ranger recommended. So off we go. Okay, change of plans. We tried to go down to Mcdonald Lodge and they are packed. There's no room to park. They are not letting people in. Additionally, there's a ranger actually right before the lodge who is only letting like a vehicle or so down at a time. They were like turning people back. So while we wanted to go to the Rocky Point trail, it's on the other side of that ranger, and we were a little bit worried that if we couldn't get to it, then we would be done for the day.
We couldn't come back in this way for sure.
Yeah, and we'd already passed the John Lake trail, so we decided we would come back. We knew there was parking potentially because we'd seen it kind of empty here when we drove past it a few minutes ago. So we came back down. There was a perfect spot for the truck. We like to think of that as destiny on days like this in places like this. So we are going to hit this trail instead and check it out.
One time, could you let me know how it feels when no one's there to make you glow? Lay it down gently and I'll figure it out. We don't even have to scream and shout.
So we just passed by a couple girls who said that they had actually just passed by a group that saw a bear over here. So we got the bear spray out. We're being bear aware. It's really important if you're going to do some of these quieter trails in particular where there's not as much noise happening and so animals are less likely to kind of stay away, that you be extra diligent. So rather than having it on our side, we've got it out ready just to be safe, and we're keeping our eyes very peeled open just to make sure. So we're almost to the lake now.
Wake me up, I'm getting tired of sleep. Think I've had enough. I've been gone, but haven't done much healing. It's pretty clear to me. Kinda strange how I can take a beat.
Guys, we got so lucky. We came back after doing that trail and they were letting people into the McDonald Lodge parking lot. We got a spot in the front row. So we're gonna fill up the kayaks, our blow up kayaks that we bought when we were in Florida, and we're gonna go out and kayak on Lake McDonald. Lake McDonald. It is beautiful out here. This water is the most beautiful teal, clear, green color that you have ever seen. It is stunning. And normally when you come here, there's a boat ferry that goes across this lake and it takes you to the other side where you can actually do a lot of hiking. And unfortunately, they're not running that this year, but lucky for us, we have our blow-up kayaks, and so we are the only people on the water here. It's incredible. We've got this whole place to ourselves.
I believe everything to be true. Oh, oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Now my worried mind seems to fall behind.
Join us tomorrow for part 2 of our Glacier National Park adventures, where we accidentally hiked the hardest trail of our life and followed it up with a much more peaceful hike that rewards us with a beautiful lake view in true glacier form. Be sure to hit subscribe and the bell so you know when we post, and we'll see you then. Bye!